Hi everyone, welcome back to Nightmare Frames. And when we last left off, I was trying to figure out how to get medication from this guy, but apparently I had to talk to him more, which is a little misleading because he just ended the conversation. Also, apparently there's, I could ask him about someone else, that has the medication. I don't remember him saying that. How may I help you? Well, I haven't asked him this either. Why the animosity towards Patrick Robinson? It's obvious that you didn't get to know him. His mother abandoned him when he was 10 years old, and from then on he devoted himself to doing as much evil as possible. He began stealing from the few businesses that were still open in Serena, and he started committing animal abuse. He burned Walter Jenkins' dog alive just for the pleasure of it. Okay, so fuck that guy. He beat up all the boys in town. Nobody was free from his rage. And that was before he discovered alcohol. Then it got worse. I think I've told you enough for you to understand when I say he's better off dead. Is that clear to you, Deputy? Who's the other person using omexiprazole? I totally butchered that. Patricia Hellman. Any relation to the missing girl from years ago? Her mother. She lives nearby at number 75, next to O'Connell's old hardware store. If she hasn't come back for a refill, it means she still must have some pills left. I'll look around the store. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, I actually have done... I'm replaying some of this, because I kept hitting wall after wall after wall after wall. And I do need to take a weight from here. You pick up the smallest one without Paul Collins noticing. Oh, also good news. I found the cover for my microphone. I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference, but I put it on. And it's back. So she is right here. Hello, ma'am. Miss Hellman? Come in, it's open. I always leave the door unlocked for Rusty. He knows how to open it. That is a very smart cat. I'm sorry to bother you. My name is Alan Goldberg. The owner of the store told me that. Paul. Yes, I think that's his name. He told me that you have a jar with oxymeprazole. That's spelled differently than it was last time. I'm going to call it Oxy for short so I don't keep butchering it. Would you be so kind as to give me a couple of pills? It is an urgent matter. I'd be happy to give them to you, right guys? But I only have a couple left, and I usually take 2 at a time. One for the pain in my eyes and one for the pain in my soul. Lots of little kitties. I assumed Rusty was a cat from all the cats I see. Molly, Ruthie, Garbage Bag. What if that was a cat and the cat's name was just Garbage Bag? I thought that was a cat for a minute. Rusty, there's Rusty. And Smokey. Oh, the kitties. I love cats, sorry. Mrs. Hellman? Are your eyes sore? A lot. Oxy helps me cope. I need to be able to feed these rascals. Isn't that right, kids? Is your soul hurting? My daughter, Mary Elizabeth. They took her away, her and her friend. Since then, there's been a void in my soul that can't be filled by anything but my daughter showing up through that door again. That medicine makes the pain go away for a few moments, but it doesn't usually last long. It's medicine for physical pain only, ma'am. I think antidepressants are more suitable for that. Are you a doctor? No, I'm not. Then stick to what you know. Okay, duly noted. Was your daughter kidnapped? There's no doubt in my mind. Mary Elizabeth wouldn't have left Serena, as some people said. She was very much a homebody, a special girl, a very special girl. She was safe here, and she knew it. She never would have abandoned me. They took her away, just like they took that poor girl. Did they take your friend too? Who was your friend? Teddy, her teddy bear. She took him everywhere. People made fun of her for that. That little stuffed animal gave her more love than all the people in this damn town. I can't have my little girl. I don't even have his friend to comfort me. Is there anything I can do for you? I don't want to live with this pain in my soul. Can you help me? Do you know how to do it? Okay, that's dark. Well, I'm not going to do that. Unless, if that's what you're implying. It kind of sounds like maybe that's what you're implying. Nice talking to you. Unless you just mean get you the good drugs, better drugs. Okay, I do have to take something from here. You rummage through the trash for anything useful. Among food scraps and newspapers, there was a bottle of detergent. Okay, that is an item I was missing. I did look it up. I am just so sick of... I was just so sick of getting stuck. And I'm like, I've been playing this game for so long. Again, not that I'm not enjoying it. I feel very ashamed. When I looked up the walkthrough, there was a video walkthrough, and it was like less than 5 hours. And I'm like, how long have you been playing this game, Emma? A year? In my defense, it's been a hell of a year. Okie dokie. So we have to go to the bridge, tie the weight with the fishing line, because I could not use the line to get this because it would blow in the wind. So now I'm gonna get this. I wonder what it could be. Teddy bear. Okay, this is a teddy bear. It's a very gross teddy bear. And Mary Elizabeth's teddy bear. And apparently you cannot give it to her when it's gross like that. I would think she would be happy either way, but apparently no, that's not good enough. So we go to the church. You can't. I tried washing it in the creek. There's nowhere you can wash it besides the church. So I gotta get the priest out of there because he won't be happy if I do it in front of him, if I ruin the water in the basin. So I do this. Oh no, now it's banging. Whatever will we do? Sorry if it seems like I'm rushing through this. I've just done this over and over again. That window again? Yes, go fix it. Okie dokie. Okay, we got the bear. We got the detergent. This should work now, right? You will probably go to hell for this. I've done worse. Nice and tidy. Nice and clean. Splish splash. Okay. Clean teddy bear. Did I ruin it? That was once the clearest water you could find in town. Oh, what was once the clearest water you could find in town is now a mass of mud and seaweed. You cross your fingers that Father Adamson doesn't notice the water in the baptismal front. Okay, thanks. Sorry about the dirty water. I'm sure you can replace it. You probably got a lot of holy water. Bye. Yep, go sit down. Don't pay no attention to the water. Alright. Now we are back. We are finally going to get this goddamn medicine. If it is the last thing I do. Hey ma'am, look what I have for you. Surprise! I have brought you something. Teddy, where did you find it? Under the bridge, trapped between some rocks. I'm so happy to see you, Teddy. Do you know where my Mary Elizabeth is? I have a lot to talk about with Teddy. You can take the oxy pill with you. Thank you. You put the oxy pill in the empty jar you were carrying. Yay! Alright, one will be enough for me. The pain in my soul is gone. Oh, okay. All that's left is the pain in my eyes, you know? Oh my god, I had to rip them off because I kept seeing her ghost. That, like, legitimately scared me. Good heavens, yeah. It was a shade with glowing eyes. It wasn't her. I know she's still alive. I must go. Yep, I've had enough. Be careful out there. Serena's damned. Is it gonna probably won't let me go back. You don't want to go back there. I'm sorry, it's night and I'm surrounded by dark windows, and that very much did scare me. Okay. Well, we got what we came for. Alright, I am re-recording. Not re-recording. I'm recording again because my thing got screwed up. And if it happens again, I'm gonna cry. So I am going to give Patrick his pill. Finally, you better appreciate this. I went through hell, man. Okay. I got Oxy. That's what you take for pain relief, right? You put the pill in Patrick Robinson's mouth, and he swallows it with great difficulty. I should give him some water. You don't know how long it will take for the medicine to take effect. What you do know is that you were too tired to stand around waiting for Patrick Robinson to communicate. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna take a nap here. The fatigue you've accumulated throughout the day begins to take its toll. You can barely keep your eyes open. You decide to take a well-deserved break. But I can't take pills without water. Hi again. You're not afraid of anything, are you, Alan? I don't know why I'm laughing. That was just, caught me off guard. I mean, I figured something like this would happen, just not, like, right in your face instantly. You're not afraid of anything, are you, Alan? That's what you think, but you're fooling yourself. Find that film and you'll find me. And at that point, we will see which of us is right. Wake up and find me. Wake up. Wake up. Hey, buddy, wake up. I'm sorry I dozed off on your couch. My name is Alan Goldberg. You shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done what? Releasing me from my suffering. I deserve it. To be honest, I only did it so I could talk to you about something. Although I couldn't leave you in the state you were in either. I know that God didn't send you here since your act is not part of the punishment. But you're a good man, Alan Goldberg. No, I'm not. I try to be, but I don't try very hard. Well, I've been trying for years, too. What brought you here aside from helping a poor man, Alan Goldberg? Edward Keller, and you can just call me Alan. Edward Keller, the devil himself. You don't know what your intentions are, but forget that name. Even after death, his influence lingers on. You could end up like me. Or even worse. You actually don't look as bad as I thought you were going to. Did you ever finish the film you were shooting? Unfortunately, yes. He even went so far as to add a soundtrack. Did you get to see it? No. No one could see it. I made sure of it. How did you become Keller's assistant? He was very sick when he came up to Serena. He needed someone to help him make his film. Someone that he could control as he pleased. He was very intelligent and manipulative. He could spot people's weaknesses, and I was his ideal candidate. God knows I don't want to exonerate myself from anything, but he did what he wanted with me. What punishment do you mean? I have been a bad person, Alan. From the moment I was born, I dedicated myself to evil. I did terrible things, and now God is making me pay for them. But I accept his punishment with humility. He is wise. Do you know where I can find that film, Patrick? Yes, Keller has it. Hold on. Keller is alive? What do you want that film for? A millionaire from LA is willing to pay a huge price for it. No money in the world could fix what that film is capable of destroying. We could share the reward, Patrick. Could you cure me? Look at me, Alan. Do you think this is fixable? I don't know. You could try. Besides what you can see, I have a disease that's killing me. What disease? I don't know. Don't want to know either. It's certainly not something you can cure with Oxy. All I know is that I'm doomed. I don't have much time left in this world, and I'm glad about it. That will mean that my punishment will be fulfilled, and God will finally grant me forgiveness. I'm sorry that your trip was in vain, but I can't tell you where that damn movie is. I'm very sorry. Why don't you want anyone to see that film? Is it really that bad? You flash a quick smile that's quickly wiped off your face when you see an expression of disapproval on Patrick Robinson's face. Is there any other copy of the film? No, just one. That's how it was supposed to work. Did it just skip dialogue? I couldn't tell. That's how what was supposed to work. Patrick is not willing to say anything else. Keller fans have the right to see that film, don't you think? No, Alan. It's not an ordinary film. All that celluloid has been touched by the devil's hand. We didn't make a movie, Alan. We created an incantation. Excuse me? Keller was obsessed with the concept of fear. He knew how to provoke it in his audience, but was incapable of experiencing it himself. He acquired an ancient book called A Treatise on Primordial Fear. That book performed two functions. It provoked an unspeakable fear in those who read it, and at the same time it was a manual on how to emulate that effect. Keller tried to reproduce it in a film with the intention of feeding off people's fear. For this, he needed to perform a series of invocations in a place marked by tragedy. The high school fire? The high school that caught on fire? And that place is Serena. Oh, I guess the whole of Serena. No place in the U.S. has suffered greater punishments than this town. Every generation has suffered violence and misfortune in their own flesh. We've had several natural disasters that have decimated the population. Serial killers, kidnappings. Serena has never experienced a time of peace. Even the settlers that came here 2 centuries ago ended up killing each other. As you can see, Keller found in Serena the perfect place for his invocations. But he went far beyond the teachings of the book. He believed that by causing a great tragedy, the ritual would be more powerful. On Friday nights, most of the population used to gather at the basketball game held in the Clark Morgan High School gym. I told you that Keller was very sick. He had no strength left for anything except holding the camera, so... Did you set the fire? Oh God. Easy there, Patrick. I have to tell. I closed all the exits and caused an explosion in the boiler room following Keller's instructions. No one was spared. Teenagers, children, entire families with their bodies in flames desperately looking for an exit as Keller filmed everything from the outside with a macabre grin on his face. The smell of burning flesh spread throughout the town. The screams were deafening. Oh Lord, I can still hear them. I hated this town and its people, but I never thought that the explosion would be so huge and that innocent people would die. What do you mean you didn't know innocent people would die? It was filled with innocent people. Keller said it would only scare them. Oh, and I guess you believed him. Once he finished shooting, he told me that he didn't need my services anymore and left me standing there in front of the flames, racked with guilt. I wanted to end my life, Alan, but I couldn't do it while a monster like Keller walked freely upon this world. The next day I went to his house. He had already finished editing the film. I jumped on him and squeezed his neck. He didn't seem to care. He was convinced that his soul would be transferred to the film, that he would live in it for all eternity. Once he died, I left with the film can, not knowing what to do with it. The apparitions began that very same night. People who had died in terror materialized in front of people's eyes. Everyone's fears were brought to life. I have seen it. It's hard for me to admit, but I've seen it. The book that Keller brought was harmless if unread, but what he filmed had a life of its own. Since then, Serena has been cursed. More than it was before. And I contributed to that. With Keller dead and the film properly secured, it was my turn. I had to die. I doused myself with gasoline, trying to experience the pain of all those people I had killed. I lit a match and began to burn, but some guys came and extinguished the flames. They wouldn't let me die in peace. I confessed everything to Father Adamson, about the film, about the fire, about my suicide attempts. He said I was not prepared to answer before God yet. That's why I can't die, not until God tells me to. What did you do with the film, Patrick? Where is it? Oh my goodness. I hadn't noticed the signal. What signal? You. Please tell me this dude isn't about to do what I think he's gonna do. You're the signal, don't you see? You have come for the movie, but not for the reason you think. God has sent you here to do what I could not, destroy it. That's it, isn't it? After everything Patrick has told you, and knowing what your response is going to be, you can't help but feel dirty. Normally, your selfishness is no problem for you, but lying to a poor dying man who has opened his heart to you in search of redemption is too much, even for you. Yeah, I guess after hearing your story, that must be my mission. Tell me where to find it and I'll burn that damn file. I told you, Keller had it. I snuck into the morgue before he was moved, opened up his stomach, and inserted the film into his guts. So it is literally buried. I was gonna say buried with him. I didn't think straight up inside him. When I get out of here, I decided to take my own life, believing everything was over. But that was not the case. The film's influence spread throughout its contact with Keller. He lives eternally in it. I'm a mess, Alan. Serena became a haunted town because of me. So the film can be found in Keller's body in the cemetery. In one of the corridors of the mausoleum, there are 2 statues guarding the entrance to a crypt. That's where his body is. I guess it's time to end this curse, don't you think? Yes, of course. Can you do me a favor before you go? Of course. In the left door of that cabinet, there is a small jewelry box. Can you bring it to me? Yes. Here? Yes, that door. Here you go. Thank you. I must go now, Patrick. I'll drop by when it's all over, okay? That won't be necessary. I know you will destroy that film. God has put his trust in you, and I trust him. In fact, I won't be around anymore. I've been saving this for a long time, waiting for the right moment. The time has come for God to forgive me. What are you going to do? What do you think he's going to do? I don't like where this is going. I'm going to end it all. Put an end to the curse, Alan. No! Jesus Christ, they showed it? Patrick. Oh shit, no. What did you think was going to happen with the way he was talking? I hate everything. God damn it. Alan, hey! Something bad just happened. Tommy told me where I could find you. I heard a gunshot. Did you hear it too? Yes, Patrick Robinson has shot himself. Who the hell is Patrick Robinson? The guy that lived in the trailer. So he shot himself. So what the fuck are you saying? Go check the corpse. You'll see that it was a suicide. Easy, Alan. I believe you. But you can't deny that since you've arrived, strange things have been happening. It sounds like strange things have been happening for a while. Don't blame this on me. I don't need to be here for strange things to happen, and you know it. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Let's calm down, shall we? Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Watch out, Alan. What is happening? No! No! What the fuck? That Daggett son of a bitch was right. It's the witch who ate his dog. Get out of the way, Alan. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Is that the missing girl? I know who she is, Rick. Put the gun down. What, are you serious? Mary Elizabeth? What? Mary Elizabeth Hellman? Her picture is all over town still. There was also a portrait of her at her house. Look at her face, Rick. I'm convinced it's her. Fuck, it's true. Don't be afraid, Mary Elizabeth. We found you. Your mother is waiting for you. No. Mother? Yes, she's Patricia, isn't she? Mother. She never gave up her hopes of finding you. Mom? I want Mom. Yes, sweetheart, we're going to take you to her. And at that very moment, your cold heart breaks into 1,000 pieces and you end up crying in the rain together with Mary Elizabeth Hellman. I did a good thing to, I guess, counteract, I guess him killing himself, he would have done it anyways, but I feel a little weird about that I handed him the box. I know that you don't like coming to Serena, Frank, but I appreciate you being here. No worries, you know I'll do anything for you. So what do we have here? You mean, what don't we have here? I am amazed that this poor woman is still alive. I've given her the maximum dose of sedatives her body can take and still. Look at her. Her nerves are shattered, even sedated, she's unable to relax. I will give you a summary of what I have found. Both her hands have been amputated. A very crude job, probably carried out with a pretty blunt saw. The stumps have been cauterized, hence the burns up to the middle of her arms. For the love of God, the bones in her lower extremities are shattered. They have been crushed. You said she was crawling, right? Yes. I don't get it. Every foot she crawled would have caused her unbearable pain. Let's move on to the torso. There is hardly a spot where she has not suffered a blow or injury. This girl shouldn't be in a morgue. She should be in a hospital. There are bruises all over and whip marks. Her left breast has been amputated. As the forensic scientist speaks, the Impotence you feel makes you clench your fist so tightly that you unconsciously dig your fingernails into your palms until they bleed. Also, her tongue has been cut out. Maybe the son of a bitch who did all this was tired of this poor girl begging for death. Are you okay, Goldberg? You look pale. You can go outside and get some air if you want, I understand. No, never mind. Has she suffered any kind of... Yes. God damn it. She has been sexually abused on repeated occasions. Look, guys, I don't want to go into any more detail. If you want, you can wait for me to write the full report. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Mary Elizabeth has suffered all kinds of abuse during the... How many years has she been missing, Rick? 10 fucking years. 10 years? Oh shit. Someone wanted to inflict all that damage on her and at the same time has been very careful to keep her alive. For what reason? I have no idea. Psychology is not my field. The FBI will be able to answer that question when they profile the offender. What about the mother, Rick? Have you talked to her? No, not yet. I'm thinking about what to say, you know? We found your daughter, but in what condition? No, I'm not ready yet. Give me a couple hours. You're the boss. You decide to step back just enough to avoid hearing the details of poor Mary Elizabeth's captivity, as this whole affair is affecting you more than you thought it would. God, this episode's gonna need all the trigger warnings, isn't it? But, can I take this? You have nothing to clean. I feel like there must be something in here I need. Clothes? You approach the dress and think you recognize an intense, familiar smell. You smell the fabric, and indeed, you know where you can find the source of that characteristic odor. No way. Hold on, Frank. Alan. Come here. What? This place is pretty dark, and hopefully I'm wrong, but... Tell me you weren't smelling of Mary Elizabeth's clothes. That does not look good. He got us there. It is not what it looks like. I was hoping to hear that. Now give me a reason, any reason except that you're a pervert. Since we got here, I've noticed a familiar smell. Very intense. It came from Mary Elizabeth's clothes. You haven't noticed? Hadn't noticed? There are so many odors here that my nose refused to smell anything half an hour ago. That stench. I've smelled it before, you know? In the sewers? Candles and moisture. The cannibal guy! It came from the basement door of the church. No! Wrong, I was wrong. Whoa, hold it. Are you saying that the poor girl has been locked up in the church this whole time? And that our abductor could be Father Adamson? It's a hypothesis. Hypothesis? It's a full-fledged accusation. Hey, Frank, are you hearing what Alan is saying? Yeah, let's get everyone to know this. It makes perfect sense, Rick. But there is no way he could have kept Mary Elizabeth all these years. Why is that impossible? I don't know. He's a religious man. If there's anyone above all suspicion, it's him. Oh, you sweet summer child. Did I say the priest was sketchy? I feel like I did in a past episode. Maybe he has taken advantage of that condition, don't you think? That he took advantage of... Oh God, I'm going to make a fool of myself, but that's okay. I will pay him a visit. But you're coming with me. It would be my pleasure. There's nobody here. That's the door, isn't it? Get closer. You were right. It's the same smell as Mary Elizabeth's clothes. I should go find Father Adamson. I think it's the most reasonable thing to do. What for? What do you mean, what for? I don't have a search warrant. And you think he will cooperate by talking to him? Probably. For God's sake, Rick. Have you not seen what he did to Mary Elizabeth? The guy's a fucking psycho. If he feels cornered, who knows how he might react or what he would be capable of. What do you suggest? Kick the door in. We were looking for evidence, aren't we? Once we have it, find him and arrest him. You stick to screenwriting and let the police do things the way they should be done. I need to follow proper procedure. If I break that door down and it turns out there's nothing there, I'll be in trouble. Listen to me. Stay here while I go look for Father Adamson. He lives close by. Do whatever you want. Procedure, Alan, procedure. Definitely. You don't want to know what I think of the procedure. I don't know, man. You know, the police don't need a warrant if they have probable cause, and this feels like probable cause to me. So let's go in that door. The basement door's locked. Fuck! Okay. Rick? Is that you? No. What the hell? Father Adamson is not home. Was that you making that noise? Excuse me? It wasn't you. I don't know what you're talking about. I just got... What the fuck? I just got here? I've been thinking, you know. Everything points towards Father Adamson being the one who held Mary Elizabeth captive. I don't care what a judge says. The evidence is irrefutable. Wow, it's nice of you to finally acknowledge that. I don't think that's the real him, or the other guy wasn't the real him. Maybe he means he just got back, but... Did I misunderstand the situation? Sorry, my autistic brain might have misunderstood the situation. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry for doubting you. And I shouldn't. You're smart, and I'm just a small-town police chief doing what I can. Don't say that. I had a strict religious upbringing, and I can't conceive that a man of God would be capable of these things. He's still human. Are you religious, Alan? Not at all. Do you believe in anything? I only believe in Billy Wilder. Who? Billy... Never mind. Let's open that door. Yeehaw. It's locked. I see. How good are you at picking locks? Pretty bad. That makes two of us. Father Adamson might be Ed Kemper himself, but this is still a church, God's temple. I'm itching to smash that door and get in. But you know what? If I'm going to hell for it, might as well ride first class. Hell yeah! Let's go, shall we? Come on. I don't know how long this episode is going to be, but we're getting into the nitty-gritty. Why are we still on this screen? My goodness, you're not going to show me? Oh my god, Sarah Jordan. Jesus. That psycho kidnapped her too. It's okay, Sarah, you're safe. It's all over now. Remove the duct tape from her mouth while I go find a way to free her from those shackles. Of course. Sarah, are you okay? Obviously not! Rick? He cut off her tongue. That son of a bitch. What's all this satanic shit, Alan? It's the same stuff I saw in the house where Keller moved in. Is Father Adamson Edward Keller? Oh no, wait. He said he put him in the film in the body. Never mind. He's found a way to curse his film so that anyone who saw it would suffer inconceivable fear. For the invocations, I can talk, to take effect, acts of extreme brutality had to be committed. Like burning down the Clark Morgan High School. What? Keller killed all those people? Assisted by Patrick Robinson. And going by all this, it appears that Father Adamson knew that sort of stuff Keller was involved with. This is insane. No, it isn't, Chief. I knew that was gonna happen. He's got a shotgun. Drop the gun, Father. Sorry, I can't. Don't make me shoot you. The summoning is almost complete. It would have been completed by now had I not made the mistake of letting Mary Elizabeth escape. That's why Sarah is replacing her. I'm aware of the evil I'm doing, but there is very little left to do. Shit, very little left for what? Why have you done all this? I know I have no salvation, but I have no alternative. It's for the greater good, believe me. I don't understand a word you're saying. I just want you to drop the gun on the ground. I can't let you get out of here alive. Not now that the incantation is about to materialize. I'm going to shoot, Father. Last warning. Drop the gun. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have come here. But fear not, unlike me, God will welcome you into his arms. No. Are you alright? Did he hit you? No. I think I hit him. Release Sarah, I'll go after him. Oh my god. There's nothing here. You see a bunch of keys in the background. Take the keys, yes. Can I take any of these? Try one of the keys from the bunch of shackles. If it doesn't work, you have several tools that will help you cut the chains. Okay. This is not the right key. I'll try another one. What are you doing with the gun? You ruined everything. Don't do it, Father. No. Oh, wait, did he just... Everybody! Why is everybody doing this? I'll be right back, Sarah. Actually, I don't know who got shot. I'm sorry, I have to... What happened? Are you okay, Rick? He struggled and he managed to take my gun. He was going to shoot himself in the mouth. I tried to stop him and... You're okay, right? Yeah. Good. Screw him. What was all that down there, Father? Did it have anything to do with Edward Keller? Everything. Ugh. Everything has to do with Keller. What did you want to do? Weeks after the Clark Morgan High School fire, Patrick confessed his guilt to me and the reason he did it. We know why he did it. To inspire fear through an incantation. After the funerals, no one wanted to return to the church. They turned their backs on God. They no longer feared him. Through the sacrament of confession, I got Patrick to tell me all about the process of creating the incantation. I wanted to be the same thing Keller did with the film, but with the Bible. This has nothing to do with the Bible, dude. Make it so that everybody would be afraid of the Creator when they read a passage. I know I was committing blasphemy, but God would understand. I have committed all these atrocities because the people of Serena need it. They need God. This town doesn't need any more pain, Father. And you made it worse. You needed to do as much evil as possible, didn't you? You tortured Mary Elizabeth to no end. You dehumanized her completely. I don't know how she managed to escape from here, but you looked for her all over town, and when you couldn't find her, you decided to continue with another girl. There was no choice. No. You are not a believer. You will never understand. I don't want to understand. Has everything you've done been worth it? Of course. It would have been worth it if you hadn't stuck your noses in it. But it's too late now. It's too... Is he... Yes, he's dead. I swear he shot himself. You don't need to explain anything to me, Rick. Fuck, Father Adams said. He deserves nothing but... That son of a bitch. He tortured Mary Elizabeth for 10 years just to fill up the church again. All this madness, Alan. It's because of Keller and his damn movie. Those monsters we've seen, this psychopath. That film has caused all this. I don't know how it does it, but apparently it continues to have an influence this town. Think they meant in this town. Where the fuck is that movie? We should burn it and erase it from existence. I know where it is. Keller lies in one of the mausoleum's crypts. Patrick Robinson stuffed that film can into his abdomen. Keller's body is in the cemetery? Yes, and I think I have the key to the mausoleum. So what are we waiting for? Let's destroy that film. Go ahead and I'll see you there. I will release Sarah and make a call to Wade Creek to get this all taken care of. See you there. Open the gate, Willie. Chief Bowman and I have to go in. What? No. We need access to the mausoleum. The mausoleum? That's where she is. Willie, please. No one is getting in no matter what Chief Bowman says. What about me? Step aside, Alan. Open that gate, Willie. I can't do that, Chief. Don't mess with me, Willie. I could take you away for obstructing an investigation. So open the fucking gate. All right. Oh, that was easy. The gate is open, but I will not open the mausoleum for you. Doesn't matter. We have the key. Do whatever you want. I warned you. I will not be held responsible if you turn up dead. What are you talking about? Charlotte Wilkes. Her ghost wanders around the mausoleum. Her Ahem. I don't have time for this kind of nonsense, Willie. I will not bear your death on my conscience. And you get out of my way. And get out of my way. Did you hear that? There's another of those apparitions in the mausoleum. Do you want me to go alone? We're in this together, aren't we? Yes, and sorry. Let's burn that damn film. Bros. Am I gonna finish this? Because it's like one... You know what? I think I'm just gonna finish this. I'm gonna keep going. Or wait, what's going on? What? Why did you stop? What have you seen? Nothing. Tell me, Alan. That movie, besides turning priests into psychopaths, makes people's fears come true, doesn't it? So it would seem. The girl we saw at the in the Gazette, for example. The director was so afraid of that his relationship with her would become known that her ghost materialized. Keep thinking about Charlotte Wilkes. What if she shows up because I'm thinking about her? Easy. Don't think about her. Easier said than done. By the way, I didn't tell you earlier, but I witnessed an apparition at Keller's house. Nelson Marsh, you saw him? That was his old house. The whole town is afraid to walk past it. That's why he materialized. Fear is what fuels all this voodoo crap. I don't know what else that movie can do, so let's get off our asses, shall we? Yeah, but are you thinking of Charlotte Wilkes? No. Yes. I try not to, okay? Okay, actually, I lied. I'm actually gonna end it off here because I don't know how much is left, and I don't want to do that thing where I feel like I'm near the end and then there's actually a lot left, so I'm going to end it here. Hopefully, next time we can finish this, and it is very appropriate that I'm playing this because it is spooky season now. This is what I started playing last year for spooky season. Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry that was such an intense episode, and I will see you next time.